Hello again. I'm Jake.
And I'm Alex.
And welcome back to the Movie Buff Reactions channel. It's been a bit since I think you were involved in a Nostalgia Critic reaction.
Yep.
So I thought, because he's done a lot of stuff over the years. Doug Walker, again, he's one of my biggest influences. And it's been 10 years since I discovered the Nostalgia Critic and just changed my life. And while I came in around 2014, I still was introduced to him through some of his earliest vids, would go back and see where he started. And one of his breakout reviews that just made him huge in the internet, the early days of the online reviewer scene, was his review of Batman and Robin, which was, at the time, considered one of the worst superhero movies ever made.
Yeah.
It's still considered bad, but a lot of other shit has come out since. And I'm a fan of the Batman Tim Burton movies. Michael Keaton, Supreme. I think you enjoyed them.
I as well. I really like. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for the old Batman movies, all of them, but a little nostalgia.
Yeah, and then after Tim Burton, Joel Schumacher, who is not a bad director, but people often lump him only in with the Batman movies.
Right.
But he's done a lot of great stuff, like The Lost Boys, St. Elmo's Fire, Falling Down, A Time to Kill, and many others. But people usually just jump, when they hear the name Joel Schumacher, they often jump to his Batman movies.
Yeah.
Batman Forever with Val Kilmer, which is bad, but not as hated. The one with Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones.
Right, yep.
Who, I don't think you've ever been much of a Jim Carrey guy.
Not a Jim Carrey guy, no.
But Batman and Robin, that's the one. And it has a lot of good material to work with. And this is considered like the ultimate Nostalgia Critic that introduced one of his most famous running gags. So with enough rambling out of the way, what do you say we jump in?
All right, sure, a little bit of history here.
Okay, let's do this.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. Well guys, this is it. The big one. The shit-stopper. The constipation of American cinema. A bowel blockage from which nothing of any value can possibly be removed. What is said to be one of the worst films of all time. I am of course talking about the indescribable terror that is Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin. We are talking about a movie that's so bad that lawyers are actually making reasonable arguments that their client's crime may be horrible, but at least they didn't make a Batman and Robin. And in the remotest parts of Southeast Asia, it is still considered the number one form of execution.
Kentucky Fried Movie.
I'm not looking forward to reviewing this stinker. However, before I review it, let's take a look at the declining history of these Batman movies. The first Batman film was released in 1989 under the direction of then newcomer Tim Burton. It was edgy, dark, and made just as much for adults as it was for children. In fact, it was made more.
I don't think the Joker's aged well,
but
it's still fun.
The second film, Batman Returns, was also very edgy and dark, but maybe
my favorite.
Oh, it is my favorite as well.
A lot of people didn't gravitate towards the often disgusting Penguin or the exceptionally depressing storyline.
I thought it was perfect Batman, though.
The Penguin was supreme, and Catwoman, delicious.
While still a big hit, Batman Returns wasn't the mega blockbuster Warner Brothers was hoping for. So Burton was booted off the movie sequels and replaced with another director. Enter Joel Schumacher, director of the third Batman film, Batman Forever, which was definitely more kid-friendly, bringing in stars like Jim Carrey, some bright flashy colors, and some really corny one-liners.
The car, man. Chicks love the car.
It wasn't good, but it certainly wasn't horrible. It was the Batman film studios always wanted, safe and marketable. And as you would imagine, it was a big...
And I didn't hate Jim Carrey in the movie, because it's a role made for him.
And seeing how this is one of the best films of all time,
he was the highlight.
Have been made today to prevent me from killing myself. For example, all sharp objects have been removed from the building. They took away my ties.
Yeah.
I could hang myself. And, they also padded the edge go jab them in the sides of my throat. But they didn't count on my cyanide pills. So, let's
Back when he
take a
still
look
had
and see
hair.
just how bad Batman and Robin really is. Well, this doesn't seem too bad. They're just suiting up, there's the Batmobile, the music's nice. Maybe this won't be so horrible after all.
I want a car. Chicks dig the car.
This is why Superman works alone.
You know, that actually isn't a bad joke.
So yeah, if you're not a fan of one-liners, don't worry. There's only 167 billion more of them.
Lie!
So the story centers around our main heroes, Batman, played by George Clooney, and Robin, played by Chris O'Donnell, as they plan to stop the evil Mr. Freeze from, you guessed it, taking over the world.
Of course!
It opens with Freeze, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, robbing the Gotham Museum. So our heroes suit up for battle for the opening fight scene. And yes, those costumes come complete, with bat nipples and bat asses.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, y'all know what's coming. Now that we got that joke out of the way, let's continue. Mr. Freeze is stealing a diamond that apparently powers his Sub-Zero suit. Apart from that, his only goal seems to be making jokes about a subject matter that unfortunately lends itself to a lot of insufferable puns. And I'll give you 4 guesses as to what that subject matter is. A, celebrity gossip. B, political satire. C, family dilemmas. Or D, ice.
Iceman cometh. Get some ice. Can you be cold?
You can tell he's having fun.
Cool parties, they cool.
If your answer was D, no fucking shit!
Thank
So Batman comes busting in along with his sidekick Robin on his motorcycle. As the fight scene rages, we get an onslaught of lame lines and over-the-top stunts.
Nice catch. Breaking your bias.
In fact, you may notice a similarity to another familiar style. Can't quite put your finger on it? Maybe this'll help.
Yep.
Yep. I do see the similarity.
That's right. This Batman movie has stopped moving forward with its dark storyline and complex character development, and has instead gone back to the campy, bright, and colorful style of the original Adam West TV show.
Which isn't the worst, but yet it's acquired taste.
So as the fight scene continues, we see Batman and Robin literally skate across the icy floor playing hockey with a valuable hunk of diamond. Do I even have to make fun of this? Meanwhile, Freeze manages to hook up a rocket that'll launch him into space.
I like this
What
sequence.
kills the dinosaurs?
Gee, is it something having to do with ice?
The Ice Age!
Batman works his way up the rocket where the villain freezes him to the wall.
Freeze, you're mad.
Yes, listen to the same man in the bat suit. Robin comes to rescue him as they surf their way down to
Very
the ground.
plastic-looking ice.
Yeah.
The only thing that would make this scene lamer is a Robin actually shouting Cowabunga. As if this scene couldn't possibly be any longer, Batman and Robin chase Freeze into another building, where Robin gets frozen by the rain.
Stay cool, bird boy.
God, how much longer is this movie? 10 minutes? We're only 10 minutes in! Oh, this film is gonna be the end of me.
Show some mercy.
Alright, so after Freeze gets the diamond back, Batman stays behind to thaw out Bird Boy.
Your emotions make you weak. That's why this day's mine. I'll kill you next time.
Why not kill him now?
I wish I knew.
As you can tell, Schwarzenegger is easily by far the worst actor in this movie.
Nope.
I've got some wild
Yes.
oats to sow.
Until this person came along. And you are?
Poison ivy.
Ah yes, Poison Ivy. The woman who started off as a nerdy environmental scientist who works in the most cliched of evil laboratories. Seriously, this place is so cliched, all you need is a strike of lightning on the building. She's shocked to find out that her boss is turning people into Mexican wrestlers to auction off to power-hungry dictators. Finding out that his diabolical plan is revealed, her boss takes it well.
I'm afraid you'll have to die.
From all the toxins and chemicals,
Well,
a flowery
could've handled that better.
known as Poison Ivy, who kills people by giving them venom-filled smooches. Talk about the kiss of death.
Why are all the gorgeous ones homicidal maniacs?
By using her love of deadly plants, Poison Ivy's diabolical goal is to, you guessed it, take over the world.
Of course.
Meanwhile, back at Wayne Manor, Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson get a visit from an unlikely visitor.
Oh, boy.
Barbara, come all the way from Britain.
The new computer sciences division.
I'm sorry, I just can't understand you under that incredibly thick British accent.
I don't know, luxury really isn't my style.
Definitely live Liverpool.
London's kind of rough.
Meanwhile, we discover that the villainous Mr. Freeze actually has a wife who has an incurable disease. So he keeps her frozen in the comfort and hidden safety of a neon-lit ice cream car. Can nobody figure out that he's in there? It's the equivalent of Walt Disney trying to hide out in Disneyland. I mean, don't you think somebody would take a look?
It's really ridiculous.
While trying to figure out a cure for his beloved wife, Freeze spends most of his time conducting an orchestra of killer Eskimos to sing I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm Mr. Snow. That's just stupid.
I forgot about
The
that.
Batman who used to hide...
Weird to think Rankin Bass exists in these movies'
is
universe.
now making public appearances at a sexist auction where men bid on good-looking women to take out on a date. While there, they come across the
Compared to
seductive Poison Ivy,
when they do
who
it in
blows
real
a
life.
hypnotizing perfume that makes men bow to her every will.
Here it
And
comes.
as you sadly might have guessed, Batman and Robin actually start bidding on her.
What?
$1 million.
2 million.
3 million.
4 million.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
A bat credit
Here it
card.
is.
They gave him a bat credit card. They had the balls to give one of the greatest superheroes of all time a bat credit card. No, does not compute. Does not compute.
That's Rob grabbing him, by the
I
way.
apologize for that outrage. It was childish and immature. I just get a little peeved when I see one of my childhood icons carrying a bad credit card, you bastards! I'll get all of you! All of you will die! You'll get that gas! Rape my childhood, will you? You'll all die! You'll
Oh boy.
Okay.
Suck it up, bro.
I'm cool, I'm fine. So, after Batman uses the... You know what? Mr. Freeze busts in and ruins the party. But through an exciting chase, Batman catches Mr. Freeze doing God knows what to him under that cape, and places him in Arkham Asylum. But Robin is angry because he wanted to get Mr. Freeze.
Could have made that jump. Sometimes counting on someone else is the only way you win.
In fact, most of Robin's dialogue is just bitching and moaning.
She loves me and not you. This is no partnership. I want a Robin signal in the sky. Batman and Robin, not Robin and Batman.
You could pretty much just replace his dialogue with...
Classic!
Look, I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, in story number 12, we see that Barbara gets out all her rage and emotions by partaking in pointless motorcycle chases.
As one does.
Nick Grayson saves her from the world's worst blue screen effect. Barbara reveals a stunning secret about Alfred.
I was hiding the pain all the time. Alfred's sick.
Oh, Alfred is sick. Alfred is sick. I mean, do we really have to concern ourselves with the butler in this movie? I mean, come on, how sick could he possibly be?
He's dying.
Awkward. So Bruce and Dick decide to give him a leave of absence due to reasons of dying. Here, Bruce and Alfred have a very heartfelt talk. He also reveals his personal appreciation for Alfred, but maybe a little too much.
I love you, old man.
It's some real issues with women, you know that?
Meanwhile, Poison Ivy breaks Freeze out of prison and steals his Sub-Zero suit. By the way, the Riddler suit here is kind of clever. But Freeze needs his diamonds from his headquarters to keep his suit active.
I'll help you grab your rocks.
Ivy agrees to pick them up while also pulling the plug on Freeze's wife, leaving her to die. I wish I was in that jar.
Say that again.
The King Crusaders try to stop her, but are turned against one another because of their lust for Ivy.
She wants to kill you, Dick.
Watch your language. Ivy escapes and leaves Batman and Robin to fight over her.
What happened? How'd they get away?
How dare you didn't stop them? It's not like this is a job for the police. How dare you didn't stop them? As Ivy returns, she tells Freeze that Batman killed his wife. So Freeze vows to take vengeance on society.
Because he's an idiot.
Sheesh. All that's missing is for Freeze to shout out first Gotham, then the world.
First Gotham, then the world!
That's horrifying.
I hate this. Look at that. That's so lame. This is idiotic. I really hate this. This is so stupid. I wish I could kill myself. Wow, that's horrible. Oh my god, I can't believe how bad this is. I wish I could kill myself.
So while Freeze tries freezing the world, Ivy tries to seduce the dynamic duo. And here's something you never thought you'd see in this movie: a man kissing a woman. No, Robin, no, you're just confused. But rubber lips sink ships as Batman and Robin put their feud behind them and are ready to kick some green thumbs. Meanwhile, Barbara finds out what anyone with a brain cell could, that Bruce and Dick are Batman and Robin. And you gotta love her expression when she finds it out. Or a virtual reality Alfred, I know, just go with it, tells her that he knew she would find out who they were, discover the Batcave, and has even prepared a batsuit for her to go out and fight crime. Oh, well, of course. So Barbara helps her colleagues by becoming the fearsome Batgirl, the only character in this movie who should have bad nipples, but doesn't seem to have them.
Well, she does, but they're more covered up.
Thurman and Alicia Silverstone could be so boring. So she defeats Poison Ivy by knocking her into her own man-eating plant. I think the only thing missing here is for Poison Ivy to shout out curses. Go ahead, say it. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. You know you want to. You know you want to do every cliche in the book. Go ahead. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Curses!
John damn it! It did it. It finally did it. Batman is driving me batshit crazy.
Going Looney Tunes.
Tranquilizers. Always come prepared when Joe Schumacher's involved.
So Batman
He's not a bad director.
reveals her secret identity.
Bruce, it's me, Barbara.
Barbara? Who would have guessed? That mask just hides your face so well. So the three of them set out to stop Freeze after having a change of wardrobe, apparently, and plan to unfreeze the city.
It's unlike your reverse freezing process.
Sunrise in 5 hours.
Here,
But it's morning in the condo.
we could relay the sunlight.
From the other side of the equator.
It'll take the satellites about a minute to realign.
Satellites could be positioned to thaw the city directly, but that would take a computer genius.
I'm on it.
All right, I'll set the telescope. You follow the mirrors.
Oh, thank God I don't care. So through a series of lame lines, ridiculous stunts, and over-the-top effects, our heroes defeat Mr. Freeze and blow up his giant ray gun. Wow. Just think about how many starving children we could have saved with the money used for these effects.
Talk about your cold shoulder.
After that, they melt all that nasty snow covering Gotham down to your simple basic rubber icicles. But wait a minute, what about Alfred? Isn't he still at death's door? Well, luckily, Freeze's wife has the exact same disease as Alfred, and having a change of heart gives Batman the cure that he kept in his suit. And he didn't use this on his wife because... So as you can imagine, they put Freeze in jail, get the cure to Alfred, and they all live happily ever after. But wait, what to do about Barbara?
You are going back to school.
You're not her dad.
Partners?
Partners.
So you see, kids, the moral of the story is drop your studies, forget all about school, dress up in tight leather, and live your life as a superhero. Why? Because Batman said it's okay. I say this is a horrible lesson for the kids, but I don't think it really matters. No kid ever saw this movie. Batman was a gigantic bat bomb. Bat bomb. Bat bomb. Why? Because this film is so terrible, so horrific, and so god-awfully bad, that there's only one word that could possibly sum it up.
Get ready.
What that word is? I'll tell you. It's super crap-a-fuckerific, it's beyond bullshit. A film so bad the censors really ought to go and pull it. Sadly, there's not many words that only rhyme with bullshit. Super crap-a-fuckerific, it's beyond bullshit. Fucking legit, fucking alive, fucking legit, fucking alive. Here's a film that's so awful, I'd rather have a guy come circumcise me with an axe and poke me in the eye. I'd rather drink a giant bowl of 8-bit monkey splooge. And there's another million things that I would rather do. Super crap-a-fuckerific, it's beyond bullshit. Film so bad the censors really ought to go and pull it. Sadly, there's not many words that only rhyme with bullshit. Super crap-a-fuckerific, it's beyond bullshit. No better noise. It's all.
So, that was the classic Nostalgia Critic review of Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin. What'd you think of it?
The review definitely over the top, like we've come to expect.
Yep.
The movie itself, I guess I had forgotten how bad it was.
I think it's bad. However, I will concede that there are one or two fun points to it.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the ice puns are relentless, but I think it's clear he's having the time of his life.
Sure, I just don't think it aged well, that's all.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember loathing it at the time.
And George Clooney, he will gladly apologize and admit it's awful, that he was bad.
I do think he was the worst Batman. That I can say without reservation.
And Joel Schumacher, like, there are so many classic gags in this for Nostalgia Critic.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most famous is obviously the Bat credit card joke. Like, that was considered the ultimate NC gag, and whenever Doug would go to conventions, he'd be lucky if someone didn't scream that at him.
Oh.
And whenever they did, it was kind of expected that he would throw a tangent for the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't think he does that anymore, just because it puts a lot of strain on his throat to scream it over and over.
Yeah.
And the joke through a crossover he did with Atop the Fourth Wall before he and Lewis had their falling out, had them retire the Bat credit card joke.
Okay, that's worthy, yeah.
But it is funny.
Yeah.
I don't consider it god-awful, but I just think it's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, all those one-liners, when you put them all together, it's just a big eye roll.
Also, the Mary Poppins ending.
Yeah.
Super crap-a-fuckerific expiala bullshit. Yeah, that's it. That was very creative.
Yeah, and definitely a contrast between that film and this film.
And also him pointing out the ridiculousness of the bat nipple and bat asses.
I mean, that at the time was well documented, but...
And part of me wants to, I know it's part of the joke, but I think there, is a good funny comeback is, there's a reason the Batman movies by Joel Schumacher are very homoerotic. Joel Schumacher was gay, and if you watch a lot of his movies, there's quite a lot of shirtless guys and stuff. And as the years have gone on, some people gave some of the gay jokes in this video a little bit of flack. Personally, I don't think they're that bad.
Yeah.
Although when Doug later reviewed The Wiz, the all-black Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
which was written by Joel Schumacher, a white guy, he makes a quip, everything Schumacher touches turns to dick, and then he's like, oh, and that's not a reference to him being gay, I just think he's a bad storyteller.
Oh, okay.
But,
I had forgotten just how bad the Robin character was, Chris O'Donnell's Robin.
yeah.
And it just makes me think of, I don't know, Star Wars 3 Anakin,
Exactly. Good analogy.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing NCIS came along, because I don't think he'd ever have a career after this.
Yeah.
I think Alicia Silverstone is just completely wasted as
She was definitely filler here, but this is when her stardom was enormous. I mean,
Yeah.
She was really taken off at this point, so I could see them trying to capitalize on her fame at this time.
Yeah, she's still in teen icon phase.
Right.
Uma Thurman, I love her in Kill Bill, but she just, it's hard to say if it's her or if it's Schumacher's directing, but she just doesn't fit the Poison Ivy thing.
Yeah, I think the whole film just suffered. It didn't appreciate it at the time, but it certainly has not aged well, and she definitely has not aged well, her performance in this movie, so.
The Tim Burton movies may have their own bit of corniness. I know a lot of people laugh at the Prince stuff, but you know what? They were iconic, and they gave us the much more gritty superhero we all needed at the time. And
they changed the superhero movie.
Totally.
Yeah.
And if there's one or two more things I could say, I think probably my favorite joke, just it's like a little underrated, is just when after Batman says, "Freeze, you're mad," and Doug's like, "Yes, listen to the sane man in the bat suit."
Sure.
Yeah, good analogy, good point. And I think just a good fact or two to go out on is he didn't show it here, but when Mr. Freeze is taken to his special cell that is like room very cool temperature,
Yeah.
one of the guards who takes him in, who later gets the kiss of death from Poison Ivy, is played by Jesse Ventura.
Oh, really? Wow.
So, yeah, you got two future governors there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about the governor aspect. Just the wrestling. That and the little Easter egg there with the Riddler suit hanging up. So, yeah.
And also, you would not notice him particularly with the clips Doug showed, but during the auction scene where they all start bidding on Poison Ivy, one of the rich men in the audience doing bidding is played by former Vermont Senator Patrick Leahy.
Leahy, oh wow.
Yeah, in fact, Patrick Leahy has appeared in 5 Batman movies.
Okay.
Because
that's random.
He's Batman was he's a lifelong fan of Batman.
Okay. Little Adam West days.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of the comics, and he's appeared in Batman Robin, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises, and Batman v Superman.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like in The Dark Knight, he's that old guy at the party who says to the Joker, "We're not intimidated by thugs." And then the Joker grabs him while holding a knife to his face.
And you'd never put it together because it's so out of place, but...
Yeah, and in Batman v Superman, he actually plays a fictional U.S. senator who gets blown up.
Yeah, that's a stretch. Yeah,
yeah, it's random but fun stuff to notice.
Yep.
And this is definitely a classic video of the Nostalgia Critic, and I love going back to it when I can, and it seems like you enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, it was good.
Hopefully, get to come back to more classic videos soon, and hope you enjoyed that. This review is this year, I believe, 17 years old.
Oof.
Which is...
And the film even older, yeah.
Fucking wild that soon there'll be people born the year Doug debuted, who will be 16 years old, my bad, who will be old enough to, like, I don't know, smoke or drink soon. But anyway, I'm a little rambly when I'm tired, so I think this will be the good sign-off point. Thanks for watching.
All right, enjoy.